Its dark side. Back at Saturday Night Live, Chase's rapid rise had created bad blood with John Belushi. Belushi, already a star, thought Chase was hogging the spotlight. He told everyone that Chase was arrogant and hard to work with. Belushi even mocked Chase on live television, making their feud very public. On one famous night in July 1976, Belushi and Chase staged a fight during a cold open. What looked like a joke was actually their real tension spilling out on camera. It was a toxic atmosphere that eventually led Chase to leave SNL after one season. When Chase returned as a guest host in February 1978, that tension was still there. Bill Murray, who had taken Chase's spot in the cast, was especially angry. Murray thought Chase was too full of himself and had left SNL too soon. The two argued backstage and began exchanging personal insults. Murray told Chase to go sleep with his wife. Chase hit back, mocking Murray's face. The fight got so heated that punches were thrown in John Belushi's dressing room. Other cast members and even guest Billy Joel watched as it happened. Brian Doyle, Murray, and Belushi had to jump in to separate them. Minutes later, Chase had to go on stage as if nothing happened. The whole cast was shaken. They described it like a family fight that left everyone feeling tense and sad. Then in 1985, Terry Sweeney was the first openly gay cast member, and Chase treated him terribly. This was during the AIDS crisis when fear and misinformation were everywhere. Chase thought it would be funny to do a sketch where Sweeney played a character with AIDS, weighed every week to see if he had lost weight. It was an incredibly cruel idea. Chase would also greet Sweeney with, "Oh, you're the gay guy? Right," and then add vulgar remarks like, "You can start by licking my balls." It wasn't just a one-time joke. It kept happening. The work environment was so toxic. Sweeney only lasted one season, and SNL didn't hire another openly gay male cast member for more than 2 years. When Chase was finally told to apologize, he wasn't sorry at all. Sweeney later recalled that Chase was furious at being held responsible, not the least bit remorseful. That wasn't the end of it. On February 15th, 1997, Chase returned to SNL as a guest host, and it was a disaster. Right away, during rehearsals, he smacked cast member Cherrod on the back of the head. Lorne Michaels, the show's creator, decided then and there to ban him for good. It wasn't just the physical aggression. Chase also harassed women who were part of the show, making crude jokes and sexually charged comments. Will Ferrell, who witnessed it, called the whole thing abusive. Chase targeted women in particular, going so far as to say to one female writer, "Maybe you can give me a hand job later." Carol would later say that everyone wished they had gotten up and walked out. But in that moment, they were just too shocked. The whole atmosphere was tense and degrading, and Chase showed no respect for the people working around him. Chris Columbus was set to direct National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation back in 1989. At that time, he was an up-and-coming talent, hoping to make his mark. But everything changed after his first meeting with Chevy Chase. Columbus would later say it was the most bizarre and surreal meeting of his career. He prepared to talk about his vision for the film, but Chase sat silently for nearly 40 minutes and wouldn't even acknowledge him. Then out of nowhere, Chase broke silence with a strange question. "Wait a second. You're the director?" Columbus nodded, and Chase replied, "Oh, I thought you were a drummer." That was it. The meeting was over. Chase simply stood up and said, "I got to go," leaving Columbus stunned and insulted. They tried one more dinner together, this time with writer John Hughes, but it went just as badly. Columbus told Hughes, "This is really hard for me, but I can't do this movie with Chevy Chase." It wasn't just an awkward personality clash. Columbus had seen something toxic in Chase that he didn't want to work with. At the time, walking away was a risky move. Columbus badly needed a hit after his last film. Heartbreak Hotel had bombed, but Hughes respected his decision and handed him 2 new scripts. One was called Reach the Rock, which didn't interest him. The Other was Home Alone. Columbus felt an instant connection. Home Alone went on to earn over $476 million worldwide, making him one of Hollywood's most successful directors. Overnight, it led to Mrs. Doubtfire and the first two Harry Potter films. Career highs that might never have happened if he'd stayed on Christmas vacation. Meanwhile, Chase's reputation kept